Welcome back to the Atlanta Ice Forum for Game 2 of the weekend series between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and Auburn University Tigers. Hi everyone, I'm Sterling Calaveras here with Carter Daniels once again. We hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us on the Saturday evening for Game 2 between Tech and Auburn. Carter, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well, happy to be back. Ready to get this game going. I'm excited.
Everyone, if you're a student at Georgia Tech, we hope you've been enjoying the start of your fall break, and thanks for spending some time with us here this Saturday evening. So last night we saw game 1 between these two teams. It was a back and forth game, scoreless after 1. Carter, do you want to tell us a little bit about what happened in that third period?
Well, with that win last night, Auburn improved 6-0. Scoreless after 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, did I say 1?
Scoreless after 1 and 2. With an early goal from Brent Tinchert. And then a second goal for Auburn on the power play by Jake Fleet. And then late in the third period, the Jackets get the extra attacker and get their goal. That was from Greg Steckel, with the final shots on goal being 53-32 Auburn.
Yes, we had plenty of amazing players out there for the Auburn Tigers to help them get to that win. I really like the performance from Ryan Bonfias, freshman defenseman we've talked about a bunch. Callan Daly, Alex Duchemin, and William Dobson in between the pipes. Wanted to get that out there. Last night, William Dobson was wearing number 30. He's listed as number 32.
Right.
And so the whole night, I was calling him Noah Connor, and that was a big mistake.
Whoa.
So to William and to all the Auburn fans and everyone, extremely sorry about that. I know I have the correct goalie here tonight, so that is good news. But for Georgia Tech, in between the pipes again, Ryan Graff, another great performance from the freshman goaltender, only conceding 2 goals for 51 saves on 53 shots. Jack Golick had a really nice assist on the Greg Steckel goal, taking it from his own goal line, getting it to Steckel on the back door, almost skating 200 feet with that puck himself. And then, of course, it was the first game back for Ethan Mazur, his first game of the season. He's a second-year player, second-year student on this Tech team. So we're excited to see more great hockey here tonight, because it was an Auburn win, but it was just a fantastic game, I thought.
Excellent, fun to watch from up here.
Yes, for sure. Before we get started, as usual, we want to talk a little bit about the lines and pairings for Georgia Tech. So the lines and pairings are brought to you by Thumbs Up Diner. Thank you so much for your support. We have almost more of the same for Georgia Tech. The first line remains of Ethan Molnar, Cullen Dorcas, and Jack Golick. Zach Kushner and Justin Yu have been swapped. So Kushner's with Degliamberto and Goodell, Yu with Hildrum and Mazur, and Matthew Shane playing with Chambliss and Connolly again, along with Rubin and Shu joining the forwards. Once again on the back end, it's Lee with Boyd, Steckel with King, and Sang with Roy. Thank you so much for joining us this Saturday evening. We really appreciate your support and viewership. Will Auburn remain undefeated after tonight, or will Georgia Tech be able to split the weekend series? Puck drop coming up in just a couple minutes. We hope to see you there.
Tigers. Starting on defense, number 7, Charlie Kimner. Also on defense, number 8, Caleb Patillo. Starting at left wing, number 17, TJ Runcie. At right wing, number 21, Jake Fleet. At center, number 6, Ryan Bonthius. And in goal, number 31, Greg Politis. And now the starting lineup for your Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Starting at defense, number 20, Greg Steckel. Also on defense, number 44, Braden King. Starting at left wing, number 26, Justin Yu. Starting at right wing, number 11, Ethan Mazer. Starting at center, number 28, Andy Hildrum. And in goal for your Yellow Jackets, number 30, Ryan Graff. Fans, at this time, we ask that you rise for our national anthem, performed tonight by special guest Liam Mess.
All right, everyone. Let's take a look at the starting goaltenders here tonight for both of these teams. For Georgia Tech, Ryan Graff back at it, made 51 of 53 stops last night. Although it was a 2-1 defeat, a very good performance for the Jackets. On the other end, Gregory Politis manning the goal for Auburn. He played against the Yellow Jackets last season. This year played in 2 games, 194 goals against average with a 948 save percentage. And last year, that Georgia Tech game was his first career win, a 6-3 victory. Georgia Tech and Auburn meet for game number 2 of the weekend series, and it all starts now. Georgia Tech in the gold, moving left to right on your screen. Auburn in the navy, moving right to left. As we said yesterday, a phenomenal jersey matchup. We're talking a little bit about color rush here tonight in the ACHA, but a very nice uniform matchup. We'll kick things off officially to the left of Graff. Runcie's shot got deflected there. And along the half wall, Auburn will move it in deep as Tech looks to get it out. Immediately we have a penalty coming up, a cross-check on TJ Runcie. And so for Georgia Tech, an opportunity to get some offense going early in this one. So far this season, Georgia Tech has 6 power play goals in 5 games played. Jack Golick accounts for 5 of them. Sawyer Howe, 1 for the Yellow Jackets. They did not score on the power play yesterday. Let's see if they're able to clean shot. Lee's shot, he scores! Joshua Lee, the one-time finish, puts Georgia Tech up early 1-0. So an early drive and an early finish for number 21. It took 57 minutes yesterday for Tech to find the back of the net. They find her within 30 seconds here tonight in
Georgia
game
Tech,
number 2.
Yellow Jackets goal. Scored on the power play
Joshua
by number
Lee,
21,
known for
Joshua Lee.
That booming one-timer from the blue line has an amazing slap shot. This is his second goal of the season and 4th point in his 6th game played. 19-year-old out of St. Louis, Missouri. And he got Tech on the board first. So 1-0 here, just over a minute has expired. Callan Daly looked to strip the puck. McLean Boyd's pass didn't really work out, and so dumping it in was Patton. This is Jack Golick from his own goal line. And now at the line, here's a shot from Good. Whiffed on it. They connect with Golick up the right side. Here he goes. Golick shot stopped by Politis. Stays with it. Looks for Dudley Umberto, blocked in front there. Holt Patton trying to get it out. Cannot. Greg Steckel holds the line, who scored the one lone Georgia Tech goal yesterday. Breaking it out here is Alex Duchemin, but one back for the Jackets by Zach Keschner. Braden King ahead for Steckel, tapped it into the offensive zone, and Ryan Good is there for the Auburn Tigers. Keschner wins it along the half wall, little reverse it, and it's Dudley Umberto kicked away by Politis there. And behind the goal line for the Tigers, it's Ryan Good, and now advancing it is Robert Fletcher. Looking to connect with number 19, Kane Brennan. Dudley Umberto back on it for the Jackets, cannot connect with Keschner. And so Brennan on the far side tries to work around Braden King. This is Greg Steckel behind the goal line, trying to win it back for the Jackets. Dudley Umberto working on Franklin. Now Steckel, it goes behind the net of Graff, and they look to connect with Keegan Goodell. Goodell up ahead was trying to spring Matthew Shane. The pass ends up in Tech's defensive zone, back with King. Gains the offensive zone, got it into that near corner, and it's Sean Connolly. Takes a hit there from Ryan Good, and moving it the other way, it's Jordan Pacuris. Off the wall, Andrew Zhang connects with Connolly through the middle of the ice. Connolly on the far side now, getting bodied by Ryan Good, but Shane will pick it up. Has a strip by Brooks Franklin, and he'll backhand it over to Catalano. Across for Jordan Pacuris, has Catalano driving, staying with it. It went off the skate of Zhang. They look to throw it in front. Graff holds on to it, and so a whistle coming up just about 3.5 minutes into this one. Thumbs Up Diner keeps the tradition of the neighborhood diner alive in Atlanta. Stop by their Marietta Street location right behind the Georgia Tech Campus Recreation Center today. Auburn had a good look there. The Jackets look to move it out. Shot sticked aside by Graff, and it goes out of play. A good start for Georgia Tech. Of course, they lead it 1-0. There's a shot. And they try to dig it free. Caleb Patillo tries to keep it in. Big chance. Bonthius looked to slide it down low. The pass didn't connect. Now Bonthius back in deep. Getting worked on by Zhang. Shane Sticklift doesn't work out. And a chance here gobbled up by Ryan Graff. Again, we talked a lot about number 6 for the Auburn Tigers and Ryan Bonthius yesterday. Yesterday's game makes it 6 games played, 2 goals, 6 assists, and 8 points for the freshman defenseman out of Minnetonka, Minnesota. Of course, had 1 assist yesterday on what would be the game-winning goal from Jake Fleet. Brent Tinchert had the other goal yesterday, and now it's Talon Daly sending it to the line. Here's Caleb Patillo blocked in front by Andy Hildrum. Now Charlie Kemner back on it for the Tigers. Here's a centering feed. Duchemin stopped by Graff, and he's able to cover up the rebound. Take a look at that most recent opportunity. Nice feed there from Tinchert, and a good shot by Duchemin, but Graff was equal to the task. 15-18 to go in this first period. There's a drive, gets deflected into the ceiling here. So another draw coming up to the right of Ryan Graff. Taking it for Auburn is Jake Fleet, who scored the game-winning goal yesterday on the power play. A deflection off a Bonthius shot. He looks to center, no one was there, and so back on it is Cole Patton, reversing, looking for Fleet. Now pinching in there was Jake Kovac. At the line, it's Runcie across. Plenty of room for Patton, and a pad save made by Graff. Molnar cannot corral it. That shot went wide of the goal. And advancing it and flipping it out was Joshua Lee, who scored the 1-0 goal for Tech. Dorcas looking down low towards Golick. From a tight angle, didn't get it to go. And so back on it for the Tigers is TJ Runcie. Connects with Bonthius. Shot, he scores! Nice tight angle shot from Ryan Bonthius, and he's able to even the game at 1. How about that shot, Carter?
Well, as much as I don't like to see Auburn score, that was a pretty nice goal.
Beautiful work, and of course, we talked about him yesterday. Looks like I left a thumbs up logo, so I guess they sponsored this goal. But we talked about him yesterday. I literally just finished talking about him today. Make it point number 8, or excuse me, point number 9 in 7 games played
6,
thus
Ryan
far
Bonthius.
for the freshman defenseman.
Assisted by number
Pacuris
17,
down
TJ
low.
Runcie.
And that was
And number
Kane Brennan.
28,
Dagliumberto
Jason
up
Kovacs.
ahead.
Time of the
Opportunity
goal,
for Zach Peschner.
5:27.
Has Goodell to his right, driving towards the net. Looks to center for Goodell. It didn't work out. To the line with Steckel. Fanned on the one-timer as it hopped over his stick. It's Brooks Franklin for the Tigers. Along that half wall, pulls it through his legs but couldn't work around King. Centering pass intercepted. We have a penalty coming up. The first goal of the night, as you could see, was Joshua Lee's. And so, thus begins an Auburn
Georgia
power
Tech
play.
penalty to number 18, Zach
They
Kessler,
work it to
2
Dushman
minutes
up
for
high.
interference.
That's Patton across
Time
for
on the penalty,
Daly. Shot block.
6:09.
Trying to clear it is Umberto, and he does get it all the way down the ice. Forces Politis to play that puck, and it's Callan Daly with speed down the near wing. Daly tries to drive to the net, goes around it instead, stays with it, feeds the line with Patton. Here goes Patton, shot deflected, stopped by Graff, and the puck is immobilized momentarily, picked up by Tincher. Off the wall, Callan Daly at the right point, gets it to Cole Patton, steps in with the shot, and a blocker save made by Ryan Graff. That Auburn goal scored by Bonthius, his 5th of the season, assisted by Rumsey and Kovac. So Auburn working with 57 seconds on their power play. Patton across for Daly. Daly was thinking about loading up a shot. There's another penalty coming up. A cross check looks like on Jake Fleet, nullifying the Auburn power play. I think.
He's going the wrong way. Now he's coming this way.
Now he's coming, and yes, a cross check on Jake Fleet. Right, there we go. Face-off coming up to the left of Gregory Politis.
Auburn penalty to number 21, Jake
So
Fleet.
some
2 minutes
4-on-4 action for
cross-checking.
40
Time on
seconds.
the penalty,
It's Alex
7:21.
Dushman tries to get it to the line, and working with it the other way is Ethan Molnar. 3-on-2 for Georgia Tech. Drops it to Lee right circle. Now Molnar out in front, trying to hit Boyd, cannot. Now Lee, top of the right circle, at the goal line, playing it in deep, centering it, but no one was there for Tech. And Alex Dushman gets stripped by Molnar. Caleb Patillo, around it goes, and that is Ryan Good off the wall. A little bit of a miscommunication for Auburn, but it's Callan Daly. And here goes the
Yellow
Georgia
Jackets,
Tech power
full strength.
play. Here's a battle with Dushman, and a big save made by Ryan Graff. A big hit there. Just 1 minute of power play time for Georgia Tech. Tech will regroup with Joshua Lee. Up ahead in the skates of Cullen Dorcas. And good forechecking work by Robert Fletcher. High up between him and McLean Boyd, trying to dig it free is Jack Golick, and he is able to, and so he advances the rush the other way. Plays it into that near corner, behind the net of Politis. Ryan Good sails it 200 feet, forces Graff to play that puck. Braden King is there with 19 seconds left on the power play. Looks to stretch it to Dorcas. Connects with Golick, tries to weave through the defenseman. Chips it into that near corner as Ryan Good reversed it for Bonthius, who gets the clear with 5 seconds left on the man advantage. This time, Georgia Tech unable to capitalize on the man advantage. They are 1 for 2 tonight. Keschner to King, pass intercepted there. That's going to be offside on Thomas Mantville. From St. Louis style ribs to legendary mac and cheese, Community Q brings home style barbecue just a short drive from campus.
Penalty.
Oh, oh.
Apparently we got a penalty.
I was confused because I was just talking about Community Community Q Barbecue. One more line to go here. It's important to note that you could swing by or call ahead Wednesday through Sunday from 11 to 8. Check out the spot. Thank you for joining us as a broadcast partner this season. So there was an unsportsmanlike penalty on Georgia Tech, and so Auburn heads back to the man advantage.
Georgia Tech penalty to number 18, Zach Keshner. 2 minutes for
So
unsportsmanlike
it
conduct.
begins at the left
Time
point
on the
with
penalty,
Caleb Patillo,
9:30.
across for Cole Patton. Patton, Patillo, one-timer, safe grab, and they score! It's a power play goal for the Auburn Tigers, and they now lead it for the first time tonight.
Auburn goal scored on the power play by number 11.
Here's
Brent Tinchard,
Molnar trying to get it to
assisted by number
Roy.
8, Caleb Patillo. Time on the
And
power
now
play
Sam
goal,
Catalano on it.
9:46.
Here's a shot stopped by Ryan Graff. And in deep, they look to center. That one doesn't work out. And so yesterday, the final score was 2-1 in favor of the Tigers. We see that here tonight, just 10 minutes into the game. Gavin Cronin looks to center. No one was there for Tech. And now at the high slot, that was a chance there for Jake Kovac, who assisted the first goal of the night for Auburn. Tigers look to break it out. Applying some pressure was Ethan Molnar. And so skating with this puck is Cole Patton. They say there was a hand pass on that play, and so a face-off coming up. Sorry, some of our features are being a bit weird. I might need to restart in intermission. So I'll deal with that when we get there. For now, it's Brooks Franklin. Up ahead is a chance for Brennan, and that one goes on the net of Ryan Graff, and he freezes that puck. Sonny's Barbecue has been serving up craftsmanship in every bite since 1968. Discover the magic behind their signature slow smoked meats and time-honored barbecue techniques. At the line, Jordan Pacuris deflected wide, and it's McLean board. Entering the offensive zone is Ethan Mazur, who made his first appearance of the season yesterday for the Yellow Jackets. Brennan backhands it into the zone. Boyd chips it off the glass, and Mazur is there for Georgia Tech. Connects with Hildrum. This one to the right of Politis, and it's Jordan Pacuris now connecting with Bontius. Jordan Pacuris, 1 goal for 1 point so far this season. Had 1 goal, 1 point in the 6-3 win over Tech last year. Joshua Lee over the stick there of Justin Yu, and so Good looks to connect with Kemner. Now TJ Runcie drops it off along the half wall. Runcie will pick it up and get it behind that goal line. Steckel trying to break it out. Pass didn't connect with anyone, and so it's right back on with Charlie Kemner. Now Bontius off the wall. Braden King has Steckel supporting him. Pass a little too soft, and so it's Jushiman back on it for the Tigers. Sends it to the line with Kemner. Takes a shot. Deflected stop by Graff, and the puck is in the crease. He's able to cover it up. 7:23 to go in this first period. Another exciting period here. You can hear the sounds of, we have an organist here today who is joining us. We had the band yesterday, and so this is a pretty cool situation here at the Ice Forum. Zach Keschner on that far side lost control, and the pass didn't work out with Brent Tinchard, and so back on it is Caleb Patillo. Patillo off the wall, it's Alex Duchemin. Picking it up is Brent Tinchard, and now McLean Boyd. Dagliumberto there for Tech, now back with Tinchard. Connects with Daly, kick save. Graf holds on to the rebound, but the puck was free for a second. The referee blew it dead, though, and so a face-off will come up to his left. In neutral ice, that's Caleb Patillo. Big hit there from Joshua Lee. Puts it back in Tech's control, and Lee will pick it up on the feed from Boyd. Lee cuts to the slot, has a lane, drops it to Goodell off the skate of Patillo. Brent Tinchard connecting with Alex Duchemin. Boyd took a spill, and there will be a penalty on the trip there. Georgia Tech heading back to the power play. So the most recent Auburn goal was scored by Brent Tinchard, assisted by Caleb Patillo. That made it 2-1. Tech on the power play looking to respond. They scored 30 seconds into this one off a power play goal from Joshua Lee.
Auburn penalty.
Graf will corral it, and dropping it off to McLean Boyd was Ethan Molnar.
13:32.
Now Lee up the right side, cross ice feed, connects with Molnar. Swatting it away was Cole Patton, but on the stick of Molnar. Picking it up is Cohen Dorcas here. Dorcas on the far half wall now. Dropped it off to Lee. Good defensive work there by Patton, but the Jackets stay in control. Stick lift from Golick. Boyd could not hold that one in. And so Graf moves it quickly back on to McLean Boyd's tape. Brooks Franklin got a piece of that pass, and so it's back with McLean Boyd. Up ahead, it's Ethan Molnar here. And Bonthius was there defending it. Molnar behind the goal line, right in the slot, picked up by Bonthius, and he's able to get the clear. There's 47 seconds left on the Georgia Tech man advantage, their third of the evening. Once again, 1 for 2 on a power play goal from Joshua Lee. Golick with speed, takes a shot, and scores! A power play goal from Jack Golick ties the game at 2. So back and forth we continue to go. What a snipe from Jack Golick there. He has been absolutely lethal on the man advantage this season. Make it his 6th power play goal of the young season.
Goal. Scored on the power play by number 25,
game played.
Jack Golick. Time on the power play goal.
Keschner gloves it down.
14:57.
It's Keegan Goodell there with Keschner battling. Patillo, around it goes towards Charlie Kemner. And that's Braden King at the left point. A glove save made by Politis. And trying to get to that rebound was Degli Umberto, who incidentally made a bit of contact, but I don't think it was intentional. Oh, he's trying to dig for that puck, but I don't think he meant to get in the way of Politis.
You're not exactly expecting a goalie to jump out of the crease like that.
No,
I can't blame him too much.
For sure, that was a very aggressive save. Greg Steckel. That's Keshner. Degli Umberto, and a great save made there by Gregory Politis. So the Georgia Tech goal was a power play goal from Jack Golick, his 6th of the season. You know what's an interesting fact, Carter, is that Jack Golick has 6 goals this season. All of them come on the power play.
He's a power play merchant. I think that's what they call that.
He has done...
Maybe a little Mikko Rantanen in him. I'm an Avs fan, so I'm gonna make an Avs reference when I can.
No.
Fortunately, he's a star now, but you know.
Oh, this is true. Luckily for us, we still have our Jack Golick, so that is good news for Georgia Tech.
No trading in this league.
I sure hope not. We definitely want him to stay here. So Nick Pellegrino on that puck for Auburn did not play in last night's game. He's a freshman out of Nashville, Tennessee, making his 2nd appearance of the season. Now Alex Duchemin in deep, looked to center there, didn't work out. Duchemin reverses with Tinchert, looking to connect with Daly Canot, and back on it is Duchemin to the line. Pattern shot, blocked in front by his own man, Brent Tinchert, I believe. Glove down by Patton there, and so they say a hand pass. So this face-off coming up in the neutral zone. 3:24 left in the first period. That's Nick Pellegrino here. Pass broken up by Ethan Molnar, and back on it for the Tigers is Robert Fletcher connecting with Brooks Franklin. Franklin got a beautiful feed to Brennan, sticked aside by Graff. He sticks aside the rebound as well, and in the near corner taking a hit was Fletcher. They say that's going to be a boarding call. So that was Joshua Lee heading to the box. On the boarding situation, so Auburn looks to find the back of the net. Once again on the power play, try to go ahead. Excuse me. Well, we've been saying that Bontius is a freshman defenseman, but he is just plays a bit high. Here's a shorthanded break for Ethan Molnar. Molnar on Politis. He scored! A shorthanded marker from Ethan Molnar gives Tech the lead again. What a rush that was. How about that?
That was incredible. I love to see it.
Amazing work. He joins Cullen Dorcas as the second shorthanded goal of the season for Georgia Tech.
Tech,
Jorkus
yellow
scored it
jackets
against
goal.
Kennesaw State,
Scored
the 10th goal of the
shorthanded by
night in that
22,
game.
Ethan
And so we were
Molnar.
talking about the offense
Time of the
a little
shorthanded
bit
goal,
yesterday while you're in the building,
17-13.
Carter. How about 3 goals for the first period?
It feels like we've already been through an entire game. It's only the first period.
Remarkable shot snagged and held by Graff there. Great stop there from number 30.
And I thought yesterday's game was exciting, even with the low-scoring affair. This one has turned it up another notch.
This is, if you like offense, which everyone likes offense.
Of course.
You're gonna like this one. Auburn still on that power play, though, as they look to even the game at 3. Cole Patton, top of the zone, gets it to Duchemin, right back up high with Patton. Across for Daly, at the right point, pump fake, gets it to Patton. Steps in, looking Daly, takes the one-timer, deflected wide. Duchemin along the flank, drops it to the blue line with Patton as he looks for a lane, connects with Daly again, steps back, looks for room, across with Duchemin, drops it to Patton, across Daly, one-timer went wide. Goodell looking for the clear, gets it, goes 200 feet, forcing Gregory Politis to play that puck. Breaking it out is Talon Daly, got stick by Goodell, but stays with it. Daly looking to drive to the net. That one maybe went off the outside of the twine. Now Cole Patton at the right point. Walks the line. Thought about reversing with Daly. Instead connects with Runcie. Back up high with Patton. Back for Daly on that far side as they look to set up maybe another one-timer. Patton over for
1
Daly.
minute remaining in the
Stepping
period.
into a shot
your
and a
Yellow
glove
Jackets
save
are full
made
strength.
by Ryan Graff. So a good power play look for the Tigers. Some beautiful passing up high and a couple nice shots, but Graff was able to make the saves. Auburn really testing Graff as there's another shot and a kick save made. Getting it in is Jake Fleet, and now Aiden Roy. Backhands it to Connolly, and now Pacuris. Around the wall it goes, that's Andrew Zhang. Muncie lays the body there. And so it's Zhang with Bonthius. Jake Fleet in the near corner with 25 to go. Has Pacuris behind him, instead sends it to the goal line with Bonthius. That's Aiden Roy, reversing it here with Chambliss as there's a penalty coming up to end this period. Of course, the shorthanded goal was scored by Ethan Molnar, his second of the season, to give Georgia Tech their go-ahead marker. Tech heading on the power play here with 14 seconds left in the first. Molnar shot went high and wide as Lee tries to pinch in. It's Golick to the goal line, looking for Jorkus. 5 seconds left. They connect with Boyd, gets it back to Jorkus. Lost the handle. That'll do it for the first period of play. A period in which Georgia Tech finds themselves ending with a 3-2 lead. We'll try to have an interview for you guys here, so we'll take a look. Carter, you want to entertain the fans in the meantime?
Okay, we got a comment section?
Yep. Fun stuff.
Weak and sportsmanlike.
Sorry, everyone. We will try to get an interview for you maybe at the end of intermission. For now, we hope to see you for the second period. Thanks for tuning in. Not long ago, many neighborhoods had their own diner where friends and family comfortably gathered for a fresh breakfast or a cup of coffee. Thumbs Up Diner keeps that tradition alive in Atlanta, blending an urban atmosphere with friendly service for a relaxing breakfast and lunch experience. Whether you enjoy their homemade golden biscuits or famous skillet heaps, Thumbs Up welcomes you with diner favorites at prices that always hit the spot. The diner would love to welcome every Georgia Tech student, family member, and fan, so come on down to their convenient location just behind the campus recreation center. For a taste of Southern comfort and classic diner charm, visit Thumbs Up Diner today for a meal that'll leave you smiling and giving a big thumbs up. Craving real home-style barbecue that's just a short drive from campus? Meet Community Q in Decatur, your new go-to spot for mouth-watering sliced brisket, St. Louis-style ribs, and all your barbecue favorites. From legendary mac and cheese to black-eyed peas, every dish is made fresh daily, with leftovers donated to the food bank. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Swing by or order ahead to guarantee that your barbecue wishes are fulfilled. Want to mix it up for your next GT Club meeting or tailgate? Community Q's catering has you covered, starting at just $15 per person for 2 meats, 2 sides, buns, sauce, and utensils. Community Q, always a cut above the rest.
It's always great to have a goalie like Ryan Graff on the other hand.
And it's Hudson Orgeron in alone, and another save made by Ryan Graff. What a stop!
Man, he's standing on his head out there. I'm really impressed with his performance so far.
In high school, our team was very close.
Hi, everyone. So, a lot of the features were not working, as you saw, like on the goals. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a new stream for you guys. So sorry about that. But thank you all for tuning in and bearing with us, and we hope you're enjoying the game. See you on the new stream.